Here in Britain we have heard endless talk about how we need more women in politics. There is, so we are told, a dire need for more women in this domain. For some reason, we are never told why, we need a much higher proportion of women in politics than we need in, say, the oil drilling industry. We just do. So I thought I would examine just how dire this situation is supposed to be. After all, Britain's current head of state is a woman. You may have heard of her. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. The UK's current Prime Minister also happens to be a woman. One Theresa May. Scotland's First Minister, meanwhile, is another woman. Nicola Sturgeon. But what about the positions of party political leadership? What do things look like there? Now, in the UK, it is very difficult to draw a distinct line. There are UK parties with UK leaders, but they tend to have Welsh and Scottish subsidiaries, who are somewhat autonomous. If the Green Party is worth listing as a UK party because it holds a seat in Parliament, is it still worth listing in Scotland and Wales? So one needs to make certain choices. No doubt some will disagree with the choices I made. I chose the parties which I believe hold UK parliamentary seats. So the UK Greens make the list. The Scottish or Welsh Greens do not. So let us begin with the UK parties. Labour are led by Jeremy Corbyn. UKIP by Paul Nuttall. The Conservatives by Theresa May. The Liberal Democrats by Tim Farron. The Greens have two joint leaders, Jonathan Bartley and Caroline Lucas. Now for the Welsh parties of interest. Labour are led by Carwyn Jones. I only hope I have not butchered that Welsh Christian name too badly. The Conservatives are led by Andrew Tudor Davies. The Liberal Democrats by Kirsty Williams. Plaid Cymru, the Welsh Nationalists, are led by Leanne Wood. Now for Northern Ireland. Here you will find the mainland parties absent. Northern Ireland has always had a political landscape all of its own. The Ulster Unionists are led by Robin Swan. The SDLP by Colm Eastwood. Sinn Féin by Michelle O'Neill. And the Democratic Unionists are led by Arlene Foster. This brings us to Scotland. The Labour Party is headed by Kezia Dugdale. The Liberal Democrats by Willie Rennie. The Conservatives by Ruth Davidson. The SNP, the Scottish Nationalists, are led by Nicola Sturgeon. This means there are 9 male party leaders, and there are 9 female party leaders. Again, I have not chosen the parties in order to produce the result I favour most. I simply chose the parties which I believe actually hold UK parliamentary seats. So 9 females to 9 males does not strike me as a tremendously dominant patriarchy. Moreover, the chief seats tend to be held by the women. Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is Theresa May. First Minister of Scotland is Nicola Sturgeon. First Minister of Northern Ireland is Arlene Foster. Only in Wales does the patriarchy still hold sway, where Carwyn Jones holds the position of First Minister. Now sure, the UK Parliament holds more male MPs than it does female ones. At the 2015 election, 191 out of the 650 victorious candidates were female. 29.4%, so close to a third. This is a significant increase on the past. But I cannot for the life of me tell any significant difference that this increase in female numbers is supposed to have made. In fact, it only seems to have provided a greater number of MPs to demand that there be yet greater numbers of female MPs. Increasing their numbers only seems to increase the volume by which they demand yet further increases to their numbers. Other than that, nothing seems to change. The truth is that greater female representation in Parliament does not increase the representation women get. If that were the case, then Theresa May's elevation to Prime Minister should mean that I, as a man, am less represented. But it has made no difference whatsoever. So yes, talk of male dominance in politics is largely futile. Far fewer women wish to enter politics. Nonetheless, At present, women hold almost half the significant positions of party leadership in the UK. Even the Prime Minister and the First Minister of Scotland are presently women. Yet still the endless screeching for more women in politics continues. So much so that one wonders what would actually need to happen for it to finally stop. My message, therefore, to all the campaigners who continue to demand more women in politics is quite simple. Put a sock in it. That is all from the Cyberpass for now. Thank you very much, and goodbye.